Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to the top.
Woo! What up, what up, what up? Listen, my good people, Let me know when you in the room. We got to discuss this whole situation with Jada Pinket and Will Smith. Down to the red table talk, y'all. Let me tell you, it went down on the red table talk. If you guys are hopping into the room, let me know if you guys can see and hear me clearly. I'm out and about, so I don't really know what's about to really happen right now with this. Let me know if you guys can hear and see me clearly, okay? If you can't, then I'll just wait till I get home. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know if you can see and hear me clearly. Give me a yes in the chat. Felicia says yes, okay? Now, it's hot in this car. I'm going to let y'all know. But we about to do it anyway, okay? I came out to get me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Got my mask, got my hand sanitizer or whatever. And I ain't gonna listen. Okay, I got my Arby's. Anyway, so we gotta discuss this. Jada Pinkett Smith done admitted to the whole doggone thing, y'all. She done admitted to the whole thing. All of it was true, okay? August ALSINA was telling the doggone truth, okay? Autumn, you can watch Red Table Talk on the Facebook. Just Google just type in Red Table Talk in the search bar, okay? It ain't but 12 minutes long, so you can watch it. Charmaine, I'm shooketh too. I am shooketh, okay? Let's cover a couple of points real quick, okay? Let's cover a couple of points real quick. First things first, before I get back on the road and get back home, let me tell you what they said. They said, first things first, they said that the statements, so, you know, August made his statement on his platform, right, with Angela Yee, but they said that the statements that came out where their reps were saying that it was, Jada said it's absolutely not true. Will's rep said wrong. They are saying that those statements were not from them. They were saying that they did not authorize those statements. Now, somebody lying. Your rep don't just make statements on your behalf without you saying asking you what you want to say. So I just want to clarify that though, okay? Let's just clarify that. Let's start right there, okay? So that's number one. Number two, okay, when they sat down at the table, again, the video was only 12 minutes long. I definitely encourage you to watch it. It is very interesting, enlightening, and insightful. Now, the reason why I titled this video with it shocking Red Table Talk is because I'm shocked that they told the truth, okay? Or at least some version of the truth, if you get what I'm saying. Because they made it seem like they was on a break, okay? Now, let me tell y'all something. That sounds like those two friends that you have. One of them got caught cheating or something like that. And the other one, they just devised the story to make it seem like it was all good in the hood when it happened, okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all got them friends. That's what it sounded like to me. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like, because what they said was, oh, we was on a break. That's what the situation was. We were on a break. These are Jada's words. We were on a break when August and I had an entanglement, okay? She says that it's a couple of things we got to break down real quick. She says that they were on a break, and when he came into their lives, he was very sick. So Will and Jada were on a break. She got into an entanglement with August, and we're going to touch on that in a second again, right? She says that she, in a sense, was attracted to his trauma. She didn't use those words, but that's essentially what it was. Because she said when he came to them, he was sick. He had a lot of stuff going on. It was a whole lot of shenanigans that were happening in his life. And it was some trauma that she ended up becoming attached to, right? And she said she felt like it felt good to help him heal from his traumas. But I'm like, girl, you can't be healing nobody else from their traumas. This sounds like some Iyanla Vanzant type stuff if I ain't ever heard it in my life, okay? Y'all, it's raining outside, so y'all might hear that. Y'all might hear the rain, but we still coming through because I'm loud, okay? I'm gonna be loud today. Okay, so Will and Jada were on a break. August was sick. He had a lot of trauma that he was dealing with, okay? And then she was attracted to the helping him heal. But what she said was she recognized she cannot help someone else heal their trauma, okay? Because that means, honestly, she needs to deal with some trauma of her own, okay? Autumn is correct. You cannot help somebody else heal from their trauma. They have to heal themselves. That happens in therapy, okay? Now, I do admit August should have been at the table, but since they ain't in no relationship no more, okay, because what happened was they had their entanglement, and then he cut off all communication with her. So that must have been when his sister passed, okay? Because remember he said in his video that he ended the relationship because he was a different person after his sister had passed, right? So he just cut off all communication with Jada. All of it. All communication, right? Stop talking to her. So she feels like she was never able to heal from that situation. Now, she also said this was around the time that her and Will were starting to reconcile. And she said she was real gentle on August because she said that she felt like he was trying to convey that when he said that Will was accepting of the relationship, he said that never happened. That Will and he never had a conversation. But she was sympathetic to him because she said that she felt like he was just trying to say that he was not a homewrecker. Tracy, right. She kind of in essence said that they weren't together anymore at that point. They wasn't together. They was doing their own thing or whatever, okay? And so she said they wasn't together. And then she said by the time they started to rework on their marriage, that was around the time that August disappeared, okay? All of this is very convenient. The story is very convenient. I hope it's true. But, okay, Autumn, you're correct. A lot of people take breaks from their marriage, right? Somebody asked, they wanted to know if they really did receive an email before the August interview. I don't know. She didn't address that. They just knew that they needed to come to the table because the story was out there and it was moving on its own. Okay? And so they felt like they needed to address it. Okay? So then Will was like, he was a little like, he was pulling her to the carpet. He was like, entanglement? No, it was a relationship. You was in a relationship with old boy. So he alluded to there being some sort of dissatisfaction with that situation. He alluded to being unhappy with that whole thing. Exactly. I think that Will was embarrassed by that because he said directly in the interview, he said this, and I apologize for the rain, y'all, but he said this. He said that he felt like the wife that was coming to the podium with the politician, standing by his wife's side, okay, standing by the husband's side, saying, "I'm staying in my marriage. We all good." That's what he felt like, because he's embarrassed by this situation. He got to be embarrassed by this situation. How you look telling another man, "I'm okay with you sleeping with my wife"? Nope. Okay, how does that look? When August said that made Will look real crazy to me, okay? Then, so they, at the end of the situation, because it was only 12 minutes, they basically was like, okay, we're gonna, our marriage is strong. Jada said, "I will love you." No, Will had told Jada at the beginning of their marriage that I will love you through anything. And this was one of those things that he ended up loving her through. And she said she was shocked by that, right? And so then they was like, well, our marriage is all good. You know, they even high-fived each other. It was real. I mean, that was on the same page. It was on some real solidarity type stuff, right? Then Will jokes and says, but you know what? I'm going to get you back, right? And so Jada was like, nah, player, I think you've already done that. Okay, so we already had known and had heard that there had been some cheaterization on Will's part. Okay, and I felt like she just basically confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? She basically confirmed that thing. You know what I mean? It was real interesting, man. Let me tell y'all something. When I get back home, I'm gonna put the link in the description so y'all can go watch it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, I know everybody gonna be talking about this on YouTube or whatever. Watch everybody's stuff, y'all. Y'all know I like to support everybody, but watch everybody else's stuff too, you know? Because, and I say that because everybody might have a different perspective. All of us can see this and see 1,000 different things in that one interview. It was crazy, y'all. It was crazy, okay? It was real crazy. I can't read your name. It's Cat something. They need to have people sign an NDA, all their business going around in the street. Absolutely. I don't know why she didn't have him sign an NDA. I mean, listen, she's so busy trying to heal August from his trauma that she ain't even looking ahead to see the trauma that she's going to incur years later should this man ever decide to go public with it. And he is already a traumatized individual, right? So at that point, you got to know, like, you need to take some precautions with him, okay? You got to take some precautions. And that is not me. That is not a knock at August Alsina. That is a knock at Jay. To say I'm dealing with someone who is literally just over 21. He was 24 at the time. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand. Maybe I need to have him sign some paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Before he get the goodies. Sign this paperwork. Sign on the dotted line. You know what I'm saying? That's just me and my thoughts on it, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I don't think she should have been messing with him in the beginning because I think that she is old enough to know, and she should have been old enough to know that we cannot heal people from their pain and hurts. Okay? Especially a young man like that. Just with him being young and just with him getting started in the music industry, I felt like she should have known better, you know, than to get into this entanglement with this man. And it feels like she took advantage of him. That's what it seems like from the perspective of someone who is older. It looks like on the outside, she took advantage of the situation. Listen, it is what it is. Men do it to women all the time. I ain't good, not from the perspective of trying to heal a wounded bird, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Men do it. Men do it. We just don't even really talk about it a lot. But men do the same thing. So I'm not gonna knock Jada for that. But she did take advantage of him. Let's call a spade a spade. Okay? But y'all know I'm equal opportunity in terms of when it comes to calling people out in the family, not to drag them, but to just call it out. You know what I mean? But what I will say about this though is, guys, it's an interesting watch. I am happy that they are on the same team and the same page with this. But I want you guys to watch it for yourselves. And the next time we get on to right, she did call it an entanglement. She refused to call it a relationship. I was like, girl, come on now. It's a relationship or a situationship. That's what you need to be calling a situationship, because the thing didn't go nowhere. And he ghosted you. Ooh, he ghosted her. He ghosted her. I read somebody says, people saying she took advantage as if we were there. We weren't there when it was going down. But we don't need to have been there to know that as a person who is older, you have to have a little bit of foresight, and you have a responsibility when you're dating somebody that much younger to say, hey, listen, I think that you're going through a lot of things. And she obviously recognized his trauma. But you know what? Again, it's interesting. Let you guys listen, watch it as when you guys get a chance. It's hot in this car, because I ain't got the air or nothing like that on. But I had to do the video real quick. But I will say I saw a good comment. We are all human, so that's why I never cancel people, guys. We're all human. We all go through things. And I encourage you to watch it because it's a good watch, and it's an interesting take on marriage. And at the end of the day, what I love though is they sticking together. They are sticking together. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out afterwards, to see what August says. But as we go through this, guys, let us also recognize that these are people. These are imperfect people. We are all imperfect. We all have faults. But I still want to know what you guys think about it. Okay? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm going to head back home. You guys be safe. Remember to wear your masks. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, keep them all in your prayers, because I feel like that's the best thing that we could do at this point in time. Keep them all in your prayers, and they'll all be all right, because at the end of the day, I feel like everybody's coming out of this situation and they ain't really lost nothing. So it seems, right? All right, so I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.